Hey, what's up you guys? Comic Collector 101 here, and today I got another awesome video for you guys, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, so before I actually get into my small haul that I have of 5 books, I just wanted to clarify some things. I know it's been months since I've done a video, but I am slowly getting back into the hobby just because I have been so busy over the past couple months that I have not really had time to do any, searching through line boxes or going to comic book stores. And to be quite frankly honest with you, I have not touched a comic books in that time period. I have not touched a comic book. I have not read a comic book in months. So I mean, that may sound a little bit cringy to you, but it's true. I've just been so busy with school, work, baseball now, but that's slowly, getting pushed to the side because summer's finally here. I know I've been out for maybe a couple weeks now, but I'm slowly getting back into the hobby, and yeah. So, and one more thing before I actually get into this haul. I'm sorry if I'm keeping y'all waiting, but I'm actually going to WizardCon this September. Been waiting for a year for this because last year they didn't have it. Last year, for some ridiculous reason, they didn't have it last year. WizardCon Nashville, they didn't have it last year, so they're having it this year. So I plan on spending a bunch of money for this event because 2 years ago I only brought like $400, and that bought me ASM 300 with a couple keys, that brought into the deal with the Amazing Spider-Man 300, graded 7.5. It's still on my wall, and a few other books here and there, and then a photo with Jason David Frank and a signature from him on a photo. So that all bought me, with the $400 that I brought. Now this year I plan on saving a bunch of money for this event because I really want to buy a whole lot of good keys to show you guys and just to have in my collection. But yeah, that'll be something definitely to be looking forward to in September for me and hopefully you guys. So yeah, so now that kind of means that I don't really want to spend a lot on comic books right now just because I want to save a bunch for September. I may buy a few books here and there. Now, I'll still be making videos. Maybe I'll just do another collection video, maybe. Just to waste a little bit of time for September. But I don't want to keep y'all waiting to look forward just for September and just get one video out of it. So I'll possibly do more videos. I just don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do another collection video. Maybe just let me know in the comment section down below. So I'm done rambling about the updates and crap. So let's just get right into the haul. So the first 3 books I got, or actually, sorry, the first 3 books. Sorry, I cannot count apparently. The first 3 books I got was from a store that is about an hour and a half away from where I live. And was it worth the trip? Yeah, it kind of was. Even though I, stood there, or not stood there, but, looked around for a little bit while. It was worth it, I thought, for the books I got. Alright, so the first book I got, it's a key. I would call it a key, but I don't really know, but I would just call it a key. This is Green Lantern number 9. This is the issue where we see Batman turned into a Green Lantern. I think this is actually the only issue where he turns into a Green Lantern, but the sad thing is it's only one panel, but it's a really cool panel. You know what, let me just show you. If you have this issue, you already probably know what the panel is, but it's really cool. I really like the cover too, but I know there's a variant to this, and I really do want the variant, but I know it's kind of tough to find, especially graded. They like a graded one of that variant. It's really high. It's like $200. But anyway, here's the panel as Batman as a Green Lantern. He looks really cool. He looks like a badass, to be completely honest with you. Then, he sees his parents. Then he says he can't do it. Then he, takes off the ring. And then he gives it back to Hal. And as Batman as a Green Lantern. Now, I know... did they make a... I think they made a toy, like a DC toy, as Batman as a Green Lantern. I think. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that DC made a toy on Batman as a Green Lantern. Now, I know there's actually been several other cases in the DC universe. I wouldn't say DC continuity comic book universe, just because I don't think I actually seen Batman as these other colors, yellow and white. I know there's actually been I know there's been a bunch of pictures of him as a Yellow Lantern and as a White Lantern, but I don't know if it's actually in a comic book or not. So just let me know in the comments down below. But I know this is the only comic where Batman is a Lantern, and that's the Green Lantern. But yeah, but still pretty cool to have though. I paid cover price for it, I think. Yeah. But yeah, still pretty cool though. I wish they had the variant, but sadly they didn't. But that will actually be on my radar to buy, because I really want that variant. Alright, next book. Ultimate Marvel Team Up number 1. This book, I just wanted to buy it just because it was a team up of Spider-Man and Wolverine, and I really like the cover for some weird reason. I just like the cover. I paid cover price for it. That it doesn't really go for that much, really. Most I've seen this book go for is like $10, and so with this one. I mean, it's just, both of these books are just a little bit over cover price on eBay, but they're still really, really cool to have. I really do like them both. There was one other book that I wanted. There was like a Vampirilla book. It's like a color. I probably didn't even say the freaking title right. I'm just really tired. It's like 11 o'clock here, late at night, and I'm doing a video. But anyway, and they also had an Iron Fist number 1 there, too. Like, after I bought all these 3 books, I saw an Iron Fist number 1 there, and I'm like, how much you want for this? And he goes, $130, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it. And he said, what's roll for it? If you win the roll, you get the Iron Fist number 1 for free. And it was actually a really nice high grade copy, like a really sharp copy. And he said, if you win the roll, you can have it for free. And he said, if you don't, then you have to pay me $260 right on the money, right on the dot, right then and there. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take that big enough chance to do it. But actually, I did tell him. I said, let me see what the roll would have been if I would have said yes, and I would have won. Was actually really surprising to me, just because out of 99.9% chance that I would have lost anyway. To me, every time I get in that sort of gamble, I would lose anyway. Just like how these 2 books right here. I'll tell you that story here in a minute after I show you this book. But yeah, the third book that I did buy from there is this right here. Marvel Spotlight number 28. First solo story on Moon Knight. Now, I paid $60 for this. Now, I think I got what I paid for. I mean, it's a really nice copy. It pretty much goes for that on eBay. Maybe just a little bit higher. Maybe high as 80, especially in this grade. Just a few spine ticks. Maybe 1 or 2 here, and then 1 down here. But overall, it's actually not that bad. It's actually a really nice, presentable copy. Really sharp colors and everything else. And I asked him if he could go any less than 60. I was actually wanting 40 for it. He said, well, roll for it. He said, if you want to roll for it, you can either pay 40 or I have to get $80 out of you. I'm like, no, I'll pay the 60. And I mean, $80 wouldn't have been, I mean, $60 is not a bad price for this book anyway. I mean, just because this is probably the closest I will get to a Moon Knight key right now anyway, because I know the first appearance of Moon Knight, I think it's still going for like $300, $400 right now. in a nice presentable copy that you want, it's probably still going $300-400, but I don't really know because I haven't checked that book recently. But yeah, now with these two books right here, you said we could roll for them, and I said I could have gotten these two books for free, the Green Lantern 9 and the Ultimate Marvel Team Up 1, or I had to pay cover price for both of them, and I lost. So that's why I don't do that gambling crap. I mean, I may do it once or twice, maybe, if I'm feeling really lucky about myself, which is like 20% of the time when I do shit like that. Which is, I mean, it's just the full honest truth. I always lose every time. So I'm glad I didn't, I'm glad I didn't do that Iron Fist #1 gamble. I probably would have lost. But I would have won, but it was just too close of a call for me to make if I would have said yes to it. But anyway, moving on to the last two books I have in this haul for you guys, and they're actually really debatable for me just because I don't know what really... Well, I know what one of them goes for, but I don't know how long it's going to stay that way, and the other one, I don't even know how much it goes for. But anyway, I paid $15 for each of them, so $30 total. But anyway, the first book, Marvel Knights Spider-Man #1. Now, what's special about this particular issue, or this particular copy of this book, is actually signed by Mark Millar. Mark Millar is on this. He actually wrote his name on the book, and it's actually a limited series, not limited, but a limited number of copies that he signed. He only signed 1,000 copies, and this is number 490 out of 1,000. So I'm halfway between 1,000 and 500. So still pretty cool though. And there's actually a certificate of I can't even say it right, authenticity on the back here. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, I paid $15 for it. Now I can't find anywhere on eBay a book like this. I know I've seen a hardcover on there that's signed by Mark Millar, and the seller wanted $50 for the hardcover. But other than that, I don't know what this book can go for. So I may have, swung and missed for this book, or I may actually swung and hit a home run with it. I don't know. But it's still really cool to have, though. I would have bought this book anyway, even if it wasn't signed by Mark Millar, just because it's Spider-Man and it's a #1. And even without the signature, it just goes for like cover price, maybe even $1. But with the Mark Millar signature on it, I paid $15 for it. But I don't know what it really goes for. But again, still pretty cool to have, though. All right. Now, this last book I have. And now, before I left there and proceeded to check out with only this book, I was actually about to... Well, originally this one was 20, but with the both books I had, with this one and this other one, I got them down to 30 instead of 35. $5 off. Woohoo! But before I left, I was looking at the newsstand comics that they were selling, and I was looking in an issue, and it had a preview for Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man #1. I was like, and it comes out this June. And I was like, oh, cool. I don't know when in June, but I'll definitely be looking forward to it because I really like Spider-Man. And lo and behold, they had it in the newsstand section. They had a bunch of just the regular covers, and then I found this one right here. There was only one left, and they wanted $15 for it, and I was like, why is this worth $15? This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man #1, the premiere variant. Now, some of you people may know about this book, maybe some of you may not. I just know, just by looking on eBay on the prices of this book, oh my gosh, you will not believe what people are asking for this book. It is ridiculous. I paid $15 for it, and people are asking like $30 to $60 for this book. And actually there's a seller from UK that's wanting over $100 for this book, and there's one in the US that's wanting $180 for this book. And I don't know why. I don't know why this is such a book that people are asking a bunch of money for. I mean, it's just a premiere variant. It just looks like a second variant to the first. It just looks like a second printing. That's what it looks like to me. But I bought it just because it looks really cool. I like the cover. I know the original cover is just his suit is red. All his suit's red, and there's color on both sides of his body. That's all I know about just a regular copy. But I don't know why people are asking so much money for this book. If anyone knows in the comments, let me know. But oh my goodness, it was just ridiculous what people are asking for. But I think, in all honesty, to me, I think this book will slowly just decrease in value sooner or later. But maybe not. I mean, you never know in the comic book industry. You never know. This book may continue to rise, and maybe this book will just decrease. That's what I think. I think this book will slowly decrease in value enough to where it'll just be a newsstand price. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know why so many people are asking so much money for this book. Honestly, I don't. But, you know, we'll see what happens with this book in a few weeks. We'll see what it does. But I'm just actually really shocked that people are asking that much for this book. And I know it's that. People are saying it's really rare. Only like a few stores maybe have it at most. And my voice cracked. I hope you guys didn't hear that. That was really embarrassing. But anyway, and by the way, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's that yellow. It's not on the book. It's just on the cover. I actually took it out and I was like, what is that? And then it's on the cover. It's not on the book. Thank God. But yeah, this was the only one they had, so I bought it. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you guys. And if you liked it, thumbs up on the video. It just shows your support, and it makes me want to do more videos for you guys. So yeah, there you go, the small haul that I got. Again, if you know anything about these two books, just let me know in the comments, and let me just know what you thought of the video overall. That's greatly appreciated also. And that pretty much does it just about for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is Comic Collector 101, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.